Hello guys, I just want to share to you the book that I've been reading for a few days now. It's Counsels on Health, and I dropped by this particular chapter regarding um, the way the parents should take care of the children, especially in terms of education. So this particular time, I want to share to you. I just have to read this so that we could then we just stop for a while so that we could explain the significance of education for children. It says here, the system of education carried out for generations back has been destructive to health and even life itself. Many young children have passed 5 hours each day in schoolrooms not properly ventilated nor sufficiently large for the healthful accommodation of the scholars. The air of such rooms soon becomes poison to the lungs that inhale it. So this paragraph, it doesn't have any, just a little bit problem. Anyway, though this age we are already using like air conditioned, but it's okay. Only that we have to be cautious regarding how we put our children into some schools that are not properly ventilated. Okay, so we'll continue. Little children whose limbs and muscles are not strong and whose brains are undeveloped have been kept confined indoors to their injury. Many have but a slight hold on life to begin with. Confinement in school from day to day makes them nervous and diseased. Their bodies are dwarfed because of the exhausted condition of the nervous system. And if the lamp of life goes out, the parents and teachers do not consider that they have any direct influence in quenching the vital spark. Let's continue to the next paragraph. When standing by the graves of their children, the afflicted parents look upon the bereavement as a special dispensation of providence, when by inexcusable ignorance their own course has destroyed the lives of their children. So we'll return back to the last paragraph. It says here, if we are not careful to put our children to schools that they don't have enough space for them to learn, for them to have the physical activities while they are learning. So because of that, as what it says here, their bodies are dwarfed because of exhausted condition of the nervous system. So in this paragraph, the second paragraph that I've read, it can injure the children because their limbs and muscle are not strong yet or enough, and whose brains are undeveloped yet. And if we put them confined indoors, then that might be a problem to them because from day to day it makes them nervous and diseased. So it says here that if we have a problem with our children, especially for their health, and if we are not careful, then sometimes, so mostly, we thought that it's a special dispensation of providence, wherein sometimes we point to somebody else that causes them to have health problems. But it says here that when by inexcusable ignorance their own course has destroyed the lives of their children, to then charge their death to providence is blasphemy. God wanted the little ones to live and be disciplined, that they might have beautiful characters and glorify Him in this world and praise Him in the better world. So, parents and teachers, in taking the responsibility of training these children, do not feel their accountability before God to become acquainted with the physical organism, that they might treat the bodies of their children and pupils in a manner to preserve life and health. Now, here, with this paragraph here, the fourth paragraph that I've read, we have to have the responsibility to train our children. By how? We have to learn how our physical organism work. We have to have knowledge how our body functions, how and what our body needs. So that's a responsibility of the parents and teachers. Not only the teachers, but also the parents. Not only our neighbors, but we parents itself, ourselves, will have to be knowledgeable, so that our children will have to have good health. So here, thousands of children die because of the ignorance of parents and teachers. Mothers will spend hours over needless work upon their own dresses and those of their children to fit them for display, and will then plead that they cannot find time to read up and obtain the information necessary to take care of the health of their children. They think it less trouble to trust their bodies to the doctors. You see that one here? They think it less trouble to trust their bodies to the doctors. Yes, we have the doctors, but it's just something that we need to go to the doctor if we don't know it by ourselves, and we don't have time to know it, to gain information. But if we have the information, if we have the time to get information, how to take care of our bodies, how to take care of the health of our children, we have to do it, because we don't need to trust all the time to the doctors, because the doctors can help us if we cannot do for ourselves. As it is, we cannot, if the human cannot do for themselves, then God will do for them if they cannot do it alone. In order to be in accordance with fashion and custom, many parents have sacrificed the health and lives of their children. You see that one here? So, we sacrifice the health and lives of our children because we are so busy of the things that we need, things that we want, to earn money, to do things that sometimes the most important one is neglected. To become acquainted, now we'll continue, with the wonderful human organism, the bones, the muscles, stomach, liver, bowels, heart, and pores of the skin are to understand the dependence of one organ upon another for the healthful action of all, is the study in which most mothers take no interest. Is it true? Of course it's true, because we take no interest of this. We just allow our children to just gain knowledge, information. It's up to them how to take care of their bodies, or anyway we have the doctors, but parents are the ones to be the first to know this, how wonderful our human organization work. Okay, continue. They know nothing of the influence of the body upon the mind, and of the mind upon the body. It's talking about the parents. The mind which lies finite to the infinite, they do not seem to understand. Every organ of the body was made to be servant to the mind. the mind is the capital of the body. Yes, the whole body can be controlled by the mind. I don't know if you have the experience about, like, if you think that you might have headache, sorry, then you can have it. It's called, in medical term, placebo effect, or psychological term. So because the mind is the capital of the body. So we have to take care of our mind. We have to make it like clear. We have to take care of our mind. We have to have peace of mind. Children are allowed to eat flesh meats, spices, butter, cheese, pork, rich pastry, and condiments generally. Yes, as long as they have the food, we just give them as much as we can, as much as they can eat, as long as they want it. But it is very dangerous if we don't know what we give them could also either give good health or disease. They are also allowed to eat irregularly and between meals of unhealthful food. These things do their work of deranging the stomach, exciting the nerves to unnatural action, and enfabling the intellect. I have learned that if we study with a full stomach, actually our brain cannot work well. So we have to, after eating, just take some walk, or just have some physical activities, that just light physical activity, until if it is already digested, then we continue to study again. These things, as it says there, these things do the work of deranging the stomach, exciting the nerves to unnatural action, and enfabling the intellect, as what we just said. Parents do not realize that they are sowing the seed which will bring forth disease